stand and watch at the front. Obviously this arena will undoubtedly be full tomorrow for the semis and for the finals. I can see Tom Newman and Dave Barons behind me as well. Great Britain, we saw them climb earlier. Getting set to watch the women, they'll be cheering on Shauna Coxey. Jill Peak. Gigi Gleriamonde sitting next to me as well. So if you've just joined us, welcome. And here we are with our first two climbers. And these are the ones to watch throughout this competition. There's Anna Storr of Austria on A1 in front of her home crowd, and here they come. The crowd flocks down. Jakob Schubert here as well to see how she attacks this first problem. Next to her now, Akio Noguchi. Akio, who took gold from her in Chongqing, but we did see Anna outperform Akio in Slovenia. This is the world number 1 and 2 on the world rankings. Anna Storr, number 1. Akio Noguchi, number 2. As I've said, we do start with the highest seeded athletes. And in the World Cup rankings at the moment, it is Akio Noguchi who's at the top of that list with 151 points for Japan. These are two identical routes that you're seeing here, A1 and B1. So we are likely to see these two athletes attack the wall in the same way. We didn't see much of a problem for A1 and B1 in the men's earlier today. I think the first 4 or 5 athletes that came out to attempt these walls did flash it. And it's looking very much like we're about to see simultaneously Anna Storr and Akio Noguchi both flash A1 and B1. So Anna Storr on the World Cup rankings, currently 3rd for Austria with 145 points. But in the world rankings, 593.38 is the score to beat, and Anna is still holding that position as first. And of course, because they have just flashed that problem, we still have 3 minutes left on the clock. The clock is allowed to run down. So some of our volunteers move forward, make sure the wall is clean. Don't want to build up a chalk here, make all the difference to the holds. So next out for us should be Mina Markovic, the Slovenian athlete that we just saw take gold in Log Dragomir, and also Alex Puccio of the USA. And these are going by our world rankings. Puccio is currently in 3rd with 363.67 points. Mina Markovic just below her with 343.10. But Mina looks extremely strong in the finals in Log Dragomir. She was the only female athlete to top out on all of the problems in the final. I'm Daniel Finn. I'll be with you for the rest of the evening here. Try and grab you as many interviews as we can. There are a lot of the male athletes here still. Of course, we'll try and grab them as well as the females as we progress through the women's qualifications for Bouldering World Cup number 3, Vienna. So we are just waiting now, just over a minute now, until our next two athletes are out, and that's going to be Mina Markovic and Alex Puccio, Slovenia and the USA. Just showing you some of the walls here. There's A4 and A5, just next to that B3. It was the middle of the wall earlier that we did see causing some problems for the male athletes. And that was this shot here that we saw causing quite a few problems. So just 35 seconds coming onto the clock now. Here's the last two problems. That's B4 and B5 at the very end there. I think we actually have a larger crowd here this evening than we did for the men's qualifications earlier this morning. Maybe it was too early for people. So, coming back to problems 1 and 2 for A and B. Just about 5 seconds on the clock now, and here we are. There is Alex Puccio, there is Mina Markovic. Mina Markovic on A1 there. Alex Puccio on B1. Mina Markovic, 24-year-old athlete, born in 1987. Born in Maribor, lives in Putui, in Slovenia. She was our gold medalist at Log Dragomer. And next to her, Alex Puccio of the USA. Alex did extremely well in the qualifications at Log Dragomer. She had been ill. We have been told that she is well on the way to mending, we hope. In the qualifications in Log Dragomer, she did 4 tops in 4 attempts and 5 bonuses in 5 attempts, put her in a very strong position into the semi-finals. She did run into some difficulties in the semi-finals, so she's going to be looking for a real comeback here. So Alex Puccio there flashes B1. Mina Markovic flashes A1. We are going to expect to see this at the very start here. These are the best female climbers in the world, in the Boulder. Extremely strong competition at the top of the world rankings. Some of our volunteers just cleaning the wall here as well. So just to take you through where we are, what we're doing. We are in Vienna. If you are joining us in the chat room, don't hesitate to come and say hello. Any questions you might have, send them in to us. We'll see if we can get some answers for you. Tell us what time it is, where you are, and who you're rooting for here in the women's qualifications. So next out on A1 and B1 and A2 and B2, we should be back with Anna Storr, and we should be back with Akiyo Noguchi on A2 and B2. Next out on A1 and B1 will be Melissa Leneve and Julianne Verme. Julianne Verme of Germany, of course, and Melissa Leneve of France. We saw her in the final in Log Dragomer just a few days ago. Ran into a few difficulties with some of the boulders there. Didn't achieve a top. Let's hope that she's in the right mentality and looking strong here to really show us what she's made of. In the World Cup rankings currently, Melissa is holding her place in 7th with 71 points. So we have 52 women here, 26 in each group. And only 20 will actually get through to the semi-finals. We have our 20 already from the men's. We're going to get 10 from each group. Group A and Group B for the women here. So that will give us 40 placements in the semi-finals. If you want to go and check the men, see where they were and where they finished and who has qualified, you can get yourself onto ifsc-climbing.org and all the results are there.
1 minute.
So, 50 seconds on the clock now. As the sun sets, the crowd start to gather. I think some people were avoiding the sun earlier. So, here we are then. Anna Storr and Akio Noguchi back out. Anna Storr on A2 there, Akio Noguchi on B2. Next to them, Melissa Leneve, France on A1. Julianne Wurm of Germany on B1. Melissa Leneve, 22 years old, born in 1989. Did well, extremely well in Lug Dragon Mare. Made the finals there. Take you through some of her results at Lug Dragon Mare. In the qualifications, 5 tops in 7 attempts, 5 bonuses in 6 attempts in the semi-finals. 2 tops in 3 attempts, 3 bonuses in 3 attempts. And then the final, the tricky one, no tops, but 3 bonuses in 7. And look at Anna Storr here. Both her and Akio Noguchi very strong. Akio's just hanging loose there at the top. She tops out. And says Anna Storr, and the crowd are really giving us some support here. She is on a home turf. I can see all of the Austrian male team here. And Sean McCall, Canada, in front of me. Melissa Leneve still on A1 here, as she makes her way slow and steady up to the top. There is the final hold for her. She tops out as well. To apologise for some of the cameras there. We have new volunteers here obviously, and they've got to learn the camera positions. Need to learn how we work, what we need to show, when we need to show it. So next out for us, it's going to be Great Britain's very own Shauna Coxey, and also Melanie Sandos. Oh no, I do apologise. There's going to be 2 French athletes out now. There's Melanie Sandos and Anne-Laure Chevalier are next up on A1 and B1. And while they're doing that, Mina Markovic will be back out with Alex Puccio on A2 and B2. There is a good atmosphere here at the moment. There's a lot of people standing around having a bit of a drink. Looking forward to seeing how this is going to play out. Just under 2 minutes on the clock now before we're out with our next climbers. Just to take you through the national team World Cup rankings at the moment. At the top there we have France with 540 points. Underneath them in second, the Russian Federation. They're extremely strong in bouldering, 475 points. Third position for Japan with 453 points. These are the national team World Cup rankings. Austria is in 4th. And here are the earlier results. There's a fantastic IT setup here. They get the results through to us straight away. So you will see a constant update of results as we go through the qualifications here. So there are the results so far. Akio Noguchi there in first place with 2 tops in 2 attempts, 2 bonuses in 2 attempts. But obviously, those are the only ones that have attempted the walls yet, have tried to solve the problems. Alex Puccio underneath her with 1 and 1. And that was one of the groups. Here's the other group. Match for match in Group A. So Akiyo Noguchi in Group B. Anna Storr still match for match. 2 tops in 2 attempts, 2 bonuses in 2 attempts. I don't think we've seen anything but a flash so far. Yeah, just re-apologising again for that misquotation earlier. It wasn't Shauna Coxey, it was of course Anne-Laure Chevalier. And that's in 5 seconds with Melanie Sandoz, and here they are now. So Mina Markovic and Alex Puccio as well. Mina Markovic on A2 there, Alex Puccio on B2. And over on A1 and on B1, we can see Melanie Sandoz on B1. And we can see Anne-Laure Chevalier on A1. They do have their full 5 minutes. That is ticking away. We're getting down to 30 seconds in now. Still analysing the walls, but that is the way most of the athletes seem to work here. They do take their time to get started to make sure that they're doing and planning exactly the way that they want to do it. Now, Mina Markovic just missed that dyno, which means that she will not be flashing A2. Can Alex Puccio succeed when Mina has just come off board? Of course, the thing that makes all the difference here is exactly what you're seeing now from Alex Puccio, who tops out and flashes B2. It is how we judge who will go through into the semi-finals. It is, of course, the most tops in the least amount of attempts. If we do have a tie break, that is when we go to our bonus holds. You can see where Chris Webb Parsons just missed out with 1 attempt of the semi-final, and that is how important it is here. So, over on A1 there, topping out relatively quick, Anne-Laure Chevalier of France. Melanie Sandoz still on the floor looking at B1, and there's Mina Markovic finished with A2. That was 2 attempts for Mina Markovic, and that will make a difference in comparison with Alex Puccio. So just a reminder of what we've had with the temperature here. Very fascinating to me to see that you guys in the chat are just as interested as me, because I am British, and for me, it's all about the weather. We've had 24 degrees here during the day today. There are some pink faces around. I am one of them. And also, we're going to notice, I think, as we progress through the women's qualifications, that it's actually going to get quite cold here tonight. There is no cloud coverage. So I've switched from my shorts and I'm into my trousers, ready for the rest of the evening. Right, back over on B1 now. It's looking like Melanie's really getting underway here on B1. There you are, she tops out. Fantastic start. With 2 minutes 20 still on the clock. So we wait again for that turnaround. You can see A3 and B3 there as well. They'll be the next problems for Anna and Akiyo. That's our world number 1 and our world number 2. But we have seen a change around there as well. Akiyo Noguchi did come out on top in Chongqing, and Anna Storr did come out on top, not with the gold, but with the bronze, but still higher in our final in Log Dragonmare. There's our top camera there. That's Akiyo's B3. So in a moment, when she does approach the top of that problem, we'll take you to that shot. It's a fantastic angle as the climbers start to reach for that final hold. We will be using the quad, which we know some people don't like in the chat room, but we are of course trying to bring you the best possible coverage that we can, and we will be cutting to full screen as much as possible. We want to show you everything we can of the best climbers here. We do listen to your messages, so do keep them coming in. Say hello, tell us how the day's been for you. Are any of the Australians still here? It must be quite late now, over where you guys are. 45 seconds left on the clock now before we have our next change around. It's good to see that Maya Vidmar's followed us here as well. From Slovenia. So 17 seconds on the clock now. Much bigger crowd here now as we build into the evening. I think it probably is something to do with it being cooler here. Right, 3 seconds, and here come our next athletes. There's Shauna Coxey. She's a bit ahead of the gun a moment ago. Shauna Coxey of Great Britain, who took silver in Long Dragon Mare. She was 4th in Chongqing. And next to her, our next Austrian climber, Katharina Sawi on B1. And as you move along the wall then, you'll also see A2. We of course are back with Melissa Leneve and Julianne Byrne. And on A3 and B3, there is Anna Stor and Akio Noguchi. We will bring you that shot of Akio as she starts to reach for that final hole. And here they go. Julianne Byrne of Germany running into some difficulties there on B2. Shauna Cox is away. Very strong climber. Melissa Leneve as well. There she is on A2. She tops out there. Just watching Akio Noguchi. You're not missing anything at the moment. She's down on the floor again. Shauna tops out A1. There's a flash. Fantastic start here. Katharina still working her way on B1. There's Julianne Byrne. She tops out on B2 there. And Akio is starting to work her way onto that orange volume, roughly halfway up the wall on B3, but that is, of course, the point that she has to get past. So there's Anna on your screen now, towards the centre of the left, and Akio on the far left. And Anna's down as well on A3. And there she is. This is the shot we were talking about. You can see her final hold at the top right with the blue sticker. That's where she's got to reach. She's down again. 2 minutes 15 seconds on the clock. In come the volunteers. Help keep the wall nice and clean. Get the chalk off. Don't want to see a build up there. So just under 2 minutes now left on the clock as well. Here's Anna. Seems to be that yellow volume on the left-hand side of A3 there. That's the point that she's reaching and finding some problems with. But the bonus hold is the next one up. The pyramid-shaped volume. So she hasn't got the bonus yet. Well, she does have 1 minute 20 still on the clock. Akio has reached her bonus on B3. So that might make all the difference later on. But let's see if in the last minute here on the walls, Anna and Akio can reach their target of that final hole.
1 minute.
Akio trying to figure out where she's going to go from here. chance here. And looking at that bonus. Just slipping off there. So the volunteers come back in again to just readdress that wall. But Akio and Anna have both said no to a further attempt with those 20 seconds left on the clock. Of course, as I have said, those 5 minutes are very strict in the qualifications and in the semis. If you're on the wall and those 5 minutes have gone, time to get down. So, we've found our first problem that the women could be facing here, and it's looking like it's in roughly the exact same spot that it was in the men's as well. It just shows you how fair they tried to make it, the route setters. So now, back with our two French athletes on B2 and A2, Melanie Sandos and Anne-Marie Chevalier. Over on A1 and B1, you're now looking at Momoka Oda of Japan, one of our younger climbers, born in 1994, and also Olga Shalagina of the Ukraine. Momoka Oda is only 18 years old. Anna Storr, on the other hand, I was talking about earlier, her birthday was on the 25th of April, so she's just turned 24. But here we are with Alex Puccio and Mina Markovic on A3 and B3. Incredible flexibility being shown there from Alex Puccio. And Mina Markovic is already at the same point on the wall, and actually higher on the wall. She's got the bonus hold there on A3. She's higher than we just saw Anna Storr reach. She is looking phenomenally strong on this circuit so far. She's down on the ground again, but already on one of her first attempts, I think it might have even been her first attempt, she's already higher than Anna Storr, our world number one. Momoka Oda, another athlete at only 18 years of age, who is looking extremely strong in this circuit. We did see her in the finals last week. She was 10th in China. She crept up into that top 6 to be in the final at Log Dragomir and finished up 4th, just below Anna Storr. We are seeing the athletes deal with A1 and B1, A2 and B2 relatively quickly. We still have 3 minutes left on the clock there. So now we are with Mina Markovic and Alex Puccio in the middle of the wall, which is where we just saw Akio and Anna Storr run into problems. On the graphics, you will see some numbers in blue on the right and the left. And those numbers are their bib numbers. They're not linked to the rank or their current scores. That's just their bib numbers. So that if you are watching and you're not quite sure who that exact athlete is, you could log on to ifsc-climbing.org and have a look at our start list there. Take a little look at their bib numbers. But of course, I'm going to be with you throughout the entire qualifications, and I will try to make sure that I do mention every athlete that we have out on the wall, just so that you know who's climbing where and when. 1 minute 45 on the clock now. Mina Markovic and Alex Puccio still running into problems on A3 and B3. We saw it in the men's. The wall has been changed, but it looks like we might be seeing it again with the women's. Mina Markovic has reached her bonus hold on A3 though, which Anna Storr did not. Puccio again there. Incredible flexibility, but it's looking like she wants to clean the wall herself. She knows where it is. She wants that spot. Sparkly for another attempt. Now Mina Markovic on A3 now. She had a phenomenal final in Log Dragomir.
1 minute.
Hi to Vienna climbers in Chile in the chat. How's the weather where you are? Mina Markovic Quite a fall there on A3 just. Trying to make that dyno onto that pyramid-shaped volume towards the top of that problem. Alex Bucci about to make another attempt as well. Both athletes making an attempt here with 15 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to be extremely quick here. Vienna Markovic is doing well here. She's got her hold, but she only has 6 seconds. And she's down herself as well. So we've seen no tops so far on A3 or B3. They're looking like the ones that are going to cause problems, as these are the best climbers in the world. So now we're on full screen. Quad screen. We're going to bring to you now because there are a lot more climbers out. We're back with Anna Stor and Akio Noguchi on A4 and B4. There is a difference there because A4 and A5 are next to each other, not A4 and B4. A4 and A5 are next to each other, and B4 and B5 are next to each other. So on your screens now, at the bottom left there's Akio Noguchi. On the bottom right, there's Anna Stor. So Anna attempting A4 and Akio attempting B4. But across the top, the 1, 2 and 3, 2 groups paired. Shauna Coxey on A2 there. Now Shauna is down on A2, which means that she will not be flashing that Boulder. We did see quite a few flashes on A2 earlier. Over on A1 and B1 now. Just to take you through who we have. You can see Cecile Abazou just topping out there on A1. One of our older climbers, 971. That's up there from Akio on B4. Anna Stor still on the ground on A4. Shauna making another attempt. Shauna Coxey Bribrin on A2. And on B2, just next to her, is Katharina Savi of Austria. It's amazing to see how the crowd moves around the Austrian climbers. They're going to want to see their climbers do extremely well on their home turf. Climbing is a very popular sport here in Austria. It is on the national curriculum at schools. Children are able to choose if they want to, in PE, dedicate themselves to climbing. And they get quite a few hours a week there in climbing as well. I was talking to Heiko, the Austrian coach, just yesterday about that. So we're here with Shauna now, and she makes that dyno onto that volume. Now she's got to get around to the top. The final hold there. She's taking a moment to think. You're not missing anything else at the moment, so don't worry too much. Julian Byrne is moving up her problem. We are trying to please all the viewers. We want to show you the best. We want to show you all the excitement. Julian Byrne getting quite close here. There's Shauna topping out, and here is Julian Byrne topping out as well. And Anna is still on the mat. She hasn't had a second attempt yet on A4. We just saw Akio top out on B4. Melissa Lenever just coming down on A3 there as well. So Anna's attempt, here it is. Very quick up onto that volume there and very quick down again. Just 1 minute left on the clock now. She needs to get back on that wall. If you have just joined us in the chat, you are watching the Women's Qualifications Bouldering World Cup number 3 Vienna. We've been going for 50 minutes. Sorry, 35 minutes. We're going to stay with you for all of our 52 climbers, and it's looking like Anna has given up on A4 with 25 seconds left on the clock. Only had 2 or 3 attempts there. And so does Melissa Leneve on A3. Well, here we are. Here's the change around yet again. 2 new climbers out on A1 and on B1. On A1 now. You were looking at the Russian climber, Olga Vivik. And on B1, you were looking at Petra Klingler of Switzerland. We're back with Momoka Roda on B2. We are back with Olga on A2 from the Ukraine. We are back with Mina Markovic on A4. Now this is the one that we just saw Anna Storr running into problems with. Let's see how she deals with it. Alex Puccio as well on B4. Both these athletes run into problems on A3 and on B3. Which was the same point that we saw there being a problem for the male athletes earlier. Mina Markovic down, Alex Puccio down, Melanie Sandos down. Momoka Oda doing quite well here though, over on B2. And is Olga Shalagina of the Ukraine. Olga down. Momoka, on the other hand, tops out on B2. We're going to keep taking the names off after about the first minute and a half, just to keep the screen free from graphics for you, so you can see as much of the problem and the wall and the climber as possible. Now look at Alex Puccio there, where Akio fails, Alex excels on B4. I'm sorry, Akio had B4, but what I meant was on A4, where Alex Storr had problems, Mina Markovic excels. I got sunstroke. Keep mixing up all my data. So over on A1, another top out there as well for Olga Bilby of Russia. Melanie Sandos still having a few problems on B3. Anne-Laure Cheverier, we have seen get to this same point on A3 just moments ago. Let's see if she can be our next climber to top out on A3. Nope, she's down again with 2 minutes 15 left on the clock. Melanie Sandos, Anne-Laure Cheverier of France on A3 and on B3. Olga Shalagina of the Ukraine still on A2. Less than 2 minutes now. And these are the 3 climbers that we're looking at. Anne-Laure Cheverier just missed the spot at the finals in Log Dragomir. She's really going to want to be there this time. She was just behind Melissa Leneve, her teammate from France, in the semi-finals. She missed out by 1 attempt. Melissa Leneve took 2 tops in 3 attempts. Anne-Laure Cheverier took 2 tops in 4 attempts. So she's going to want to see a change here to push her way into the finals. But it doesn't look like it's happening on A3 for her at the moment. Olga Shalagina on A2. Seems to be that dyno onto that volume that's causing a problem for her there. She has just less than a minute. She has time to make another attempt, as does Melanie, as does Anne-Laure. Let's hope they're about to. Yes, they are. 42 seconds down the clock. Again with Olga Shalagina on A2 with that dyno. But she is going to go again. That's what we like to see. Complete commitment to the sport. She's still got 3 other problems to do after this. Looks like there might be a bit of a crimping hold there on B3. This is Melanie Sandos, and that seems to be the thing that's causing her problems. But right now, she's so close, and she comes down. She was so close to topping out there on B3. 2 new climbers now on A1 and on B1. Over on A1, Sabine Backer of Austria, and next Austrian climber out. And on B1 there, our next German climber out, Monika Repci. Vera de Listra of the Netherlands. Strong start there on B2. And here is our world number 1 and 2. About to attempt their last bouldering problem here. Anna Storr, the world number 1 on A5. Akio Noguchi, the world number 2 on B5. Although Akio did just top out on B4, where Anna Storr didn't on A4. But straight to the bonus for Anna, and look at that. I think that was a flash there on A5. Yes, it was, I'm being told. I am, of course, doing my best to watch and analyse 10 walls in front of me at the moment, cover all the climbers, just as our cameras are trying to do. See some very, very strong climbing here over on A1. Very quick up the wall for Austria's Sabine Backer. Set to top for her. Shauna Coxey still sitting on A3 there, just having a little look at how she's going to attack this problem. Akio Noguchi is moving further, slow and steady, strong and firm up that B5. I think this is still her first attempt as well. B5 seems quite a long route actually. Anna, of course, was so quick up A5 just a moment ago. Akio taking a slightly different method here. But she will probably have heard the crowd cheering for Anna, and maybe even seen Anna leaving after flashing A5 in 1 attempt. So she's going to want to do the same thing here on B5 to keep herself securely in the lead. She hasn't, she's down. Julianne Byrne doing very well on B4 now. And there's Julianne Byrne topping out on B4 as well. Some fantastic support from the crowd here for that. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock. We're still watching Shauna Coxey on A3. We're also over on A2 watching Cécile Abizou of France. There goes Heiko, the Austrian coach, with his huge camera. Told me earlier that it's just to catch the things that Horizon misses, that the IFSC.TV misses. I told him the IFSC.TV doesn't miss a thing. Shauna Coxey now on A3. And Melissa Leneve just coming off there on A4 as well. Over on B3, Katharina Sauin of Austria. A lot of support here for the Austrian climbers. Shauna walking away there from A3 with 40 seconds still on the clock. Not happy with that problem at all. Melissa Leneva still attempting A4. Her penultimate climb here. Just under 30 seconds. It looks like with 12 seconds left to go, both of our French climbers that were still on the walls are calling it a day on that problem. So, 2 new climbers out now on A1 and B1. The wall is nice and full. Alex Puccio there on B5. And Mina Markovic on A5 about to attempt their final problem here. Alex has looked again very strong in the qualifications here. There's Momoka Oda analysing B3. Of course, we'll take you to that tuck shot that we have on B3 when we can for Momoka Oda. She's had a very successful climb here so far in the qualifications. Mina Markovic, a very successful start here on A5. We did see Anna Storr just flash A5. Can Mina do it? And just like Anna, there's Mina Markovic flashing A5 as well. Seems to be that A5 is taking the athletes a lot less time than B5 is. The routes are as similar as they can be made to keep it fair for the 2 groups. So our 2 new climbers now on A1 and on B1. On B1 for Russia, we have Anna Galiamova. And on A1 for the USA, we have Angela Payne. But Alex Puccio over on B5 now. Doing very well indeed. It's looking like she could be in a good position to top this in 1. Oh, she's come off there. She was doing very well on that. She still has 3 minutes 15 on the clock to attempt it again. So, Anna Galiamova of Russia topping out on B1 there. Momoka Oda, there she is. Oh, she just missed the final hold on B3, which is almost exactly what we just saw Melanie Sandoz of France do. Olga Shalagina halfway up the wall on A3. Angela Payne moving up the wall there on A1. A2 of Russia, Olga Bibik, who was doing well but has come down. I think she's not happy with that hold there on the side of that volume. Waiting for a second to get it clean, get the chalk off it, and then she'll make another attempt. And we're still with Alex Puccio on B5 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. There's Olga Bibik, doing exceptionally well there. Got the dyno. But we saw Shauna Coxey of Great Britain, our silver medalist in log Dragomir, struggling with. She'll be extremely happy with that on A2. There's a smile. And Alex Puccio gears up to make another attempt over on B5. Momoka Oda doing exactly the same on B3. So just 10 places in each of our groups here. Group A and Group B. That's 20 altogether for the semi-finals. 20 from the women, 20 from the men. Alex Puccio down again there on B5 with 1 minute 25 left on the clock. She needs to get back on there. Momoka Oda tops out on B3, absolutely fantastic. She just nearly did it, she's just made sure that she did. Having a very successful circuit so far in the Bouldering World Cups. We saw her in log Dragomir make the finals and end up in 4th position above Akio Noguchi, the world number 2, and just below Anna Storr, the world number 1. And on the world rankings, if we have a look at that, Momoka Oda is She's actually 14th, 134 points. Alex Puccio now, another attempt on B5 with just under 30 seconds on the clock. She's down again. 20 seconds. She's going for it again. And she's down. Bit of annoyance there. 5 seconds left on the clock. That's going to be all for Alex Puccio. Another rotation. Another new set of climbers. There's Maya Vidmar of Slovenia on B1. And just next to her from Great Britain on A1 is Diane Merrick. And Maya is primarily a lead climber. We did see her at Log Dragamere on her home turf. She did very well. Her sister, Katja, is usually the boulderer out of the two of them. It looks like she's caught the bug, because she's back with us again. Right, Shauna Coxey over on A4 now. Didn't quite make the last one, A3. She's going to want to become one of the quicker ones to solve A4 here. The temperature is definitely getting cooler now here. The sun has practically set. We're getting there. As I say, we did see highs of 24 degrees here in Vienna earlier today. Not a cloud in the sky. And currently, we're at about 18 degrees. It's still relatively hot. It is for me. Maya Vidmar running its fronters there on B1. Shauna Coxey, though, has got to that point in the walk she was trying to get to just where she came up on A4. She's higher now. What an incredible dyno there from the Austrian climber as well. Over on A2. That's Sabine Backer. The crowd are egging her on as well. They want her to do well on her home turf. Actually a trained physiotherapist. Oh, she's down. Oh, but her teammate over on B4 now. Katarina Sawin. There's a fantastic dyno onto that volume there. Can she make the final hole? And over on B5, Julianne Böhm makes another attempt. Diane Merrick trying to see how she's going to get around this overhang here. But look at the girls on B4 and B5 over at the end. There's Julianne Böhm of Germany, Katarina Sawin of Austria. The crowd are loving this from... Oh, Katarina's just gone. Julianne Böhm still clinging on though. Diane Merrick still analysing what to do on A1. Now, Julianne Böhm in his position still over on B5. It's the highest we've seen her so far. Is she going to make the final hold? She breathes a sigh of relief and she drops down with just under a minute left to go on the clock there. Back here again now with Sabine Backer on A2 and Diane Merrick on A1. Sabine again makes that dyno onto that volume that we have seen stump some of the athletes so far. She's done it twice now. Can she get to the top? Catherine Sarin again on B4. Having difficulties around a very similar tape volume, but there's Sabine back here. She tops out on A2. Strong start. Cécile Abazou of France on A3, just coming off the wall there. 8 seconds left to go. I think she might call it a day there of that problem, and she has. So another rotation, and here we are. That was Angela Payne of the USA. Our next French athlete is out, Marine Sevenet. She made the semi-finals in log dragon mare. 22 years old. In the last year was 41st position on the world rankings. So if you did miss the men's earlier today, 20 of them are now through to the semi-finals, and that will be tomorrow that we'll be bringing that to you. If you want to go and see the results and see who our top 20, who our hopefuls are for the final, go on to ifsc-climbing.org. You can have a look at the qualifications results list there. But it's the women's that you're with now, live in Vienna. World Cup number 3 for the bouldering. The time here is 12 minutes past 8. If you're in the chat room, tell us what time it is where you are. And of course what the weather is like as well. We've had a beautiful day here. Now up front on A1. It looks like a flash there for Marine Sevenet. A strong start. Moka Oda over on B4 as well, doing very well here. As is Olga on A3 for Russia. As is Angela Payne, who's just made that dyno onto that volume there. The penultimate section of the wall before that final hold. It's 12 minutes past 2 in the morning in Singapore. They're saying hello to us. Hello to you from Vienna. Thank you for joining us at 12 minutes past 2. I hope you've got some energy drinks with you. So, of Russia now over on B1. You're watching Tatiana Shemolkina. We did see her have a bit of a hard fall in log dragon mare. It's 3 a.m. in Korea. Thank you for joining us. I think you just topped the 12 minutes past 2 there. Melanie Sanders now on B5. Can she get to that final hold? Yes, she can. I've got Dillian Fischuba and Lucas Enemos sitting right next to me, and they're going crazy right now. They've had a fantastic morning so far, and now they're having a bit of a dance. Moka Oda again on B4, on this position around this volume here. Let's see how she gets on. Here it is, the final reach. The final hold, Moka Oda there on B4. Killian Lucas has just been joined by Slovenia's Jene Kruder. Oh, Colorado Springs, say hello. midnight in Alberta, Canada. Hello to you. Thank you for joining us. Now Olga goes to make another attempt here on A3 for Russia. Olga Bibic. .45 seconds left on the clock, and we're back with Russia's Tatiana Shevokina on V1. Hello from Copenhagen to us. Same time as Vienna, just colder. Oh dear. I'll get down here tomorrow, why not? Jump in a car, hire a plane, get a speedboat, I don't care, just get here. Down it on you. Nah, take you 5 minutes. Olga Bivik there of Russia, still running into problems on A3. She has 4 seconds left on the clock, so that looks like it's going to be it for her. We're back with Maya Vidmar here now again. And here, a new climber on A1, Asaki Hagawara of Japan. She's the girl with the crazy hair there on A1. We saw her in the semi-finals over in Log Dragomir. 24 years old, born in 1987. Born in Hokkaido, lives in Sapporo. If any of you are in the chat from either of those locations, give her a shout out for us. I'll get the Austrians next to me to give her a shout of support. From Stockholm as well, saying hello in the chat, even colder there as well. Someone's just logged online from Nigeria. Absolutely amazing. Great to have you with us. Maya Vidmar doing very well here on B2. Shauna Coxey doing exceptionally well on A5 as well. We have seen most of our female climbers top out on A5 with a flash. Over on the far end of the wall there from Austria on B5. It is Katharina Sauin of Austria. She's getting some support here from the Austrian crowd. They're going to want to see her top out. Diane Merrick just missing out on A2. Asaki Hagawara having problems on A1. She did make the semis in Log Dragomir. Let's see if she does the same here. Next to her, on Switzerland, Rebecca Stotz, born in 92, so one of our younger climbers. It's getting so cold here now, I'm even putting on a jumper. Dan Merrick again there, just missing out on that dyno. Sabine back up with 2 minutes 40 left on the clock, analysing A3. Rebecca Stotz now for Switzerland, navigating around that overhang on B1. There's the final hold. Took her a while to get there, but get there she did. Asaki Hagawara having some problems here on A1. And here's Diane Merrick about to go for that dyno again on A2. Different method there. Didn't pay off. Stop, reassess, attack again. Attack, adapt and achieve. Just under 2 minutes left now on the clocks. Over on B4. That's Vera Zilistra of the Netherlands. Can she make this mantle? Onto the final hold. Can she hold it? Is she going to hold it? Yes, she is. Absolutely amazing there. Vera Zilistra of the Netherlands tops out on B4. So just as an early indication, only Akira Noguchi so far has topped 4 boulders, so she will most definitely be in the semi-finals. No surprise there. In Group 1, Anna Storr and Mina Markovic have topped 3. Now, as results come in, we will keep updating you, but of course, they do have to be checked by the IFSC officials. They do have to be approved on the website. These are provisional results that we will bring to you. We will, of course, bring you the affirmed results as well. Only 20 places to go, split between the two groups, 10 from each here in the qualifications for our semi-finals tomorrow. And those semis, the semi-finals, will be brought to you 10:30 a.m. Central European Time. We will be live from just after 10 a.m. Central European Time, bringing you the start lists, taking you through the day and how that's going to work out. A new set of climbers coming out now. Constant rotation. Jill Peat from Great Britain. She's caught this out a bit. I think she was here earlier today, watching the men's qualifications. And just next to her, another Austrian climber here, Katharina Posch, born in '94, so again, one of the younger climbers here. On B2, very well already, Tatiana Shevolkina. And Angela Payne, the US, on A3. Over at the end of our wall, Momoka Roda looks to be finishing her climb here in the in the qualifications, rather. On B5, Olga Shalagina of the Ukraine tops out on A5. Really interesting. It's been very different between A5 and B5, considering the routes are tried by our route masters and tested by our route masters to keep them as similar as they possibly can. By the route setters here, it looks like B5 is taking a lot longer for pretty much all of our athletes to complete than A5 is. Angela Payne in that tricky position around that yellow volume on A3 now as well. And Momoka Roda over on B5. She tops out and finishes with 3 minutes just over left on the clock still. Katharina Posch over on A1, just trying to pull herself around that overhang up onto the final two holes on the wall there. And she's done it by the look of things, just securing it now. There it is. Well done indeed on A1. We are still, of course, with Great Britain's Jill Peat on B1 just next to her. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock now. The climbers you can see on your screens on the top right there. There's Jill Peat, just coming off the wall. Olga Bibic of Russia on the bottom right for you there. You can see Angela Payne in the top left, and on the top right you can see two people with sticks. They are, of course, our volunteers here, just making sure that the walls are ready and set up for our next climbers that come out. So we are into our final 2 minutes. Angela Payne has been on that wall on A3 for quite a while now. Here goes an attempt at the dyno, and she's off. But Olga Bibic, she's off as well. Commentator's curse. Anna Galimova of Russia, in quite an interesting position here on B3, and here it is on the camera for you. Galimova, you can see that crimp just there where the clock was. Just turn the clock off for you so you can see it a bit better. There's another one there. It's a little bit higher up the wall. That is the point that we've seen some of the female climbers running into problems on our wall here. We saw Melanie Sandoz run into problems at that exact same point. We're seeing it again now with Galimova. And Jill Peat still on the ground on B1 with under a minute now left to go on the clocks. She's going to need to get moving. Oh, so close. on A2 there to make that dyno onto the volume. Francis Marie Sevenet that we saw in the semi-finals at Lac Dragomer. She's got 30 seconds and she's really going to go for this again. This is the commitment of some of the climbers here. Desperate for that place in the semis. Only 10 from each group. They've got to be good here if they want to make it through to the semi-finals. They've got to be the best here if they want to make it through to the finals. And they've got to be the best of the best if they want a medal. Angela Payne having a bit of difficulties there as well on A3. As is Olga Bibic on A4. So as soon as the results are updated on IFSC website, we will bring you them, keep you updated. Look at the beautiful skyline here. Not a cloud in the sky, actually. You can already see Venus and the moon. Beautiful clear night here. So, of course it's going to get cold. Our first female athlete from the Czech Republic, Petra Rutskova, on A1 now. And next to her, from Russia, is Katerina Andreeva, who again we saw in the semi-finals in Lac Dragomer. She's going to be looking to make the semi-finals here again. She's 22 years old, born in St. Petersburg. A lot of fantastic results on the World Youth Championship circuit. She took second place in Imst in Austria in 04. She was third there in 07. In the qualifications over in Lac Dragomer, she topped 4 out of the 5 problems and did it in 5 attempts. Maya Vidmar on that middle part of the wall there, B3. And next to her, Diane Merrick of Great Britain on A3. Now this seems to be becoming a token move from Maya Vidmar actually. She practically does the splits there. Incredible flexibility. We saw her do the exact same thing at Lac Dragomer. That with Saki Agawara as well on A2. Over on B5 of the Netherlands. Just wrapping up there, Katerina Sabuin. Saki Agawara just running into difficulties on A2 there with that dyno. Maya Vidmar, is she going to try that token splits manoeuvre again? Possibly not. That crimp there seems to be the one that's causing a lot of problems on B3. Katerina. I do apologise, that's Vera Silistra, not Katerina Sauvin. So 1-3 something. That's Vera Silistra over on B5. She's running into a few problems there, but she has got quite far up that wall on B5. She's got just under 2 minutes now to top out. Maya Vidmar with her hand on that crimping hold on B3 now. Again. From Germany on B4 now. Doing very well indeed. Monica Recchi. Can she get over this mantle now? And Maya Vidmar tops out on B3. She has got past that crimping hold. And so has the German athlete as well, Monica Recchi, on B4. Now, can Diane Merrick follow suit? Not right now. It's still just over a minute on the clock. Let's see if she can get it there. Back with our first climber from the Czech Republic, Petra Rutskova on A1, also running into problems there. And so is Saki Agawara on A2. If you are joining us in the chat, keep those questions coming in. Keep saying hello. Keep telling us what it's like where you are. What's the time? What's the weather? It's fantastic to have so many people from around the world joining us here. Right, just under 20 seconds now on the clock. And it looks like Petra could have a chance here on A1, possibly Vera on B5, with those 8 seconds left on the clock. This is the furthest we've seen Petra. She needs to really make a move now. 3 seconds on the clock. Can she make the final hold? She does. I'll have to double check that for you because I had literally landed on it as the 5 minutes ran out. But she made it on A1. Fantastic climbing from the Czech Republic. There's Angela Payne over on A4 now from the USA. And just next to her, about to attempt B3, that problem that we've seen, is Tatiana Shevokina. It was a dyno in Log Dragomir that caused her a problem. It was a huge, huge jump, if you remember, if you did join us. If not, I'll take you through it. She went to attempt that dyno. She did actually put her hand on the hold that she needed, but the bottom half of her body swung into another hold, and she did have to be stretched up. She gave us a wave. She's back now. She's obviously fine. So just for some current results as they are in now. So from Group 1, Mina and Shauna, 4 tops. Momoka Oda in Group 2, 5 tops. Julian Worm, 5 tops. Akio Noguchi, 4 tops. Melanie Sanders, 4 tops. At the moment, the cut-off point is 2 tops from both groups. It's going to be 2 from 2 on Group 2 and 2 from 6 on Group 1. That's at the moment, obviously. We're still going to keep you updated with those. And as we move further into our qualifications, of course, those cut-off points are going to become more and more important. They will change more and more often. See some big fans from Shauna Coxey in the group. She flashed problem 1. She got the top from 3 attempts on problem 2. That was the bonus as well. Had a bit of a problem there on problem 3. A little bit of difficulty. No bonus, no top. Top from 2 attempts on her 4th. And flashed the 5th problem here. So Shauna looking strong. We saw her take silver at Log Dragomir. We saw her take 4th place at Chongqing. The 19-year-old from Runcorn. Jill Pete there. Maybe it's just me, but that looks like quite a bad sunburn there. That's commitment for you. She was here earlier today watching the men's qualifications, seeing whether she could take anything from how the route setters have set the male problems, perhaps, or maybe just to give some support. To Dave Barons, who missed making a place on our finals, but only just. Of France now on A3. Marine Sevenet, just coming down from the wall. Sure she'll attack it again with just over 1 minute 30 left on the clock. We go right the way over onto B5 there. We have Petra Klingler of Switzerland. Is anybody joining us in the chat from there? Do say hello if you are. Angela Payne just hitting that same tricky volume on A4. Karolina Nevelikova of the Czech Republic on A1 with less than a minute to go. Just letting some of our volunteers clean the wall. I'm sure she will make another attempt, as will Jill Pete in a moment on B2. The ones we're watching here at the moment are definitely, well, the two, one of them's just gone, Marine Sevenet on A3, taking a very interesting approach here on A3 around that yellow volume. She is down again now. Over on A2 of Austria, to the support of her home crowd, Katharina Posch tops out on A2. No top for Jill Peake though, with 10 seconds left on the clock. That's it. That's her calling it a day. Okay, so two new climbers out now with our turnaround. Another German athlete. Hello, guten Abend. If you're watching from Germany, do say hello to us in the chat room. It's Isabel Lena, born in 93, and just next to her, on A1, is Tabea Schwab of Switzerland. Let's see how we're doing over on A5 now. And on A4, Diane Merrick in an interesting position here. We just saw some of the female athletes struggling there. She is as well. But if we go over onto A5, we can see there that Sabine Bakker has had quite an impressive run here. I'll try and get the results for her to you as soon as I can. But I have seen quite a few tops, I'm sure, from her, and she just finished up on A5 with the top in only a minute. There is still 3 minutes 35 on the clock. She's been down for a while. Saki Hagawara waiting for that wall to be ready for her on A3. Over on A1 of Switzerland. Tabea Schwab, here she is. Bit of a shaky right leg, but she is there. It looks, yep, she tops out on A1. I keep seeing some very interesting things over on B4 as well from Maya Vidmar, sorry. 2 or 3 attempts on that dyno. Down every time. As I said, she is primarily a lead climber. She did do very well in Slovenia on our home turf. And back on B5 as well with the German climber Monica Recci. 2 minutes 15 left on the clock here. Again, Maya Vidmar going for that dyno on B4, running into some difficulties. And still, Isabel Lena on problem B1. Diane Merrick here. Another difficulty there for her. Over on B5 though, looking strong so far. She's made that transfer. She could be about 2 top out here. Monica Recci doing very well on B5 for Germany. Is this it? Is she about to top out? Yes, she does, with 1 minute left on the clock. Now just getting to the crimp hold on B3, that hold that we've seen cause quite a few problems here for some of our athletes. There's Rebecca Stott of Switzerland. Let's see how she handles this here. Oh, and it just looked like Petra Ruzakova of the Czech Republic had that dyno there, had a good handle on that hold with the volume just above her, and with 14 seconds she's going for it again. Optimism is the way forward here. She just misses. So let's have a quick look at what we've got at the moment on the page 1 of our leaderboards. Just at the start of our turnaround here with our next climbers coming out. This is as they are at the moment from the IFSC.org website. Mina Markovic there at the top, 4 tops in 5 attempts, I think. 5 bonuses in 7. Remember, it is the 10th place that we're interested in here, so at the moment Cécile Abazou of France is our 9th place, and she's looking quite comfortable. Now there it is, our 10th place is Angela Payne at the moment with 2 tops in 4 attempts, 2 bonuses in 3 attempts, and that is current. So that will keep updating, because I think Angela is still on the wall. She is on A5 now, and it's looking like she's about to top out on A5 now as well. Yes, she does. So those results will be changing very, very quickly. Angela Payne, who was in 10th position, that might change now. Put her in an even stronger position. So we'll take you on to B now. This is Women's Group B. Momoka Oda at the top there. Julianne Verb. Akira Noguchi, who's our world number 2, is in 3rd at the moment. But look at Momoka Oda at the top there with all 5 tops completed. Katharina Sauvin of Austria in our 10th place, the all-important place, 3 tops in 5 attempts. Maya Vidmar, who is still climbing just below her, just short of qualifying at the moment. Let's see how she gets on. Right, now, taking you back onto the walls. A1 and B1. Over on A1, that is Eva Caro Fernandez of Spain. And on B1, just next to her at the moment, that is Agata Modre Zaryska of Poland. I will try and do my very best with the names. So, on A3, just missing that brief dyno there onto that yellow volume. That is another one of the volumes on the wall that's becoming a difficult problem, a difficult part of the wall, a tough hold. Jill Peat looks like she might just start approaching on B3, that crimping hold that we've seen causing problems as well. So stick, oh no, she's down, but stick with B3 because she seems to have solved the first part of that wall there. She could be getting onto that crimping hold in a moment with 2 minutes 20 still on the clock. Over there from Russia, as well on B5. And that's Anna Galiamova with just under 2 minutes left on the clock, looking incredibly strong here on B5. Is she going to make that final hold? So is B4, which is Tatiana Shemolinka, that we saw, as I said, in the semi-finals over at Low Dragon Mare. So, Galiamova, Shemolinka, both of Russia, both about to top out on B4 and on B5. Is this it? Or are they? Could we see them fail at the final hurdle, or are they going to secure themselves another top here at the qualifications? Tatiana looking very strong there on B4. She's got a hand on it. That's it. Tatiana tops out on B4 there. I'm not exactly sure what happened to Galiamova there. I don't think she did top out. No, she's down on the ground again with a minute left. Should we want it to go again there? Jill Peat running into difficulties halfway up B3, which we have seen being a tricky problem for some of our climbers here so far. And of Austria, Katharina Posch on A3. Got a left hand on that yellow volume that we've seen causing some problems. Got a right hand on the bonus hold on that pyramid-shaped volume there. Let's see whether she can maneuver herself onto the final hold. I don't think we've seen a top out for quite a while on A3 actually. Katarina might not unfortunately be the one to give it to us. 14 seconds left on the clock. Over on B1, Agata Modrzewska of Poland. Here she goes. Oh, she just came short of that then. And that's the end, I'm afraid, of her 5 minutes on the wall. Judges are, as I said, very strict with those 5 minutes. Once your 5 minutes are up, you need to get down off the wall because we're going to have a turnaround. There's a lot of climbers to get through. We have 52 female climbers to get through here in our qualification stage. So the judges become extremely strict on that 5 minute time limit. They did the exact same thing in the semi-finals. But of course in our finals we work on a different structure. We work on a 4 minutes plus structure, which means that if your feet are off the ground, once that 4 minute clock has ticked down, you can stay on that wall as long as you possibly can. If you come off that wall, that is it for that problem. You will not be allowed to get back on again. Here's a shout out to Finland. Hello to you, and look, you've come in just at the right time, because over on B1 now, we have one of your athletes, Evie Jakola of Finland, about to attempt B1. So stick with us, stick with B1, and let's follow her all the way down. Let us know who you are in Finland, so I can say hello to you. I'm Daniel Finn. I'll be taking you all the way through the qualifications here, and the semis, and the finals. I'm relatively new to this sport, but I absolutely love it. I've been having a go myself over the past couple of days on some of the walls here. It is a huge climbing gym inside. Fantastic location for our World Cup in Vienna. Petra Rudzikova of the Czech Republic is doing quite well then on A3. Let's see if she can get back on there. Misaki Hagiwara has had a bit of difficulty so far in the qualifications here. We did see her make a placement at the semi-finals in Log-Dagamert. Let's see if she can get her way up A4 here. Over on B4. Just about to make that final transition. Let's see if she can make that mantle. She does. It's Rebecca Stotz of Switzerland. That's another top for her. And there, of course, on B5 is Maja Vidmar from Slovenia. Give us a shout out in the chat room if any of the Slovenian crowd that we saw at Log-Dagamert are with us again today. Thank you so much for all your help and hospitality a few days ago. We had an absolutely lovely time with you guys. This has run extremely well. Very polite people. And over on A1 and top out there for another Austrian climber, and that was Barbara Backer, Sabine's sister. With Finland still on B1 with 1 minute 35 left on the clock. We have Evie Jakola. We will show you her climb. We will be rotating on the full screen. I'll keep you posted at the moment. She's just about to start off. So you're okay at the moment. Here she is. There she is there. Look, just to the middle of the screen. Just coming down. Sure, she'll make another attempt. She's got a minute left on the clock. If you're watching from Finland, keep those fingers crossed. Keep sending her good vibes. It seems that next to her, over on A2, Tobias Schwab taking a moment to compose herself. She's going to have to wake herself out of that moment because she's only got 38 seconds left on the clock. She's going to make an attempt at A2. She needs to do it pretty soon. Maya Vidmar doing very well on B5 here. Let's see whether she can do it. We'll bring her up for you now. Here she is. Don't worry. You're not missing on B2 at the moment. B5, Maya Vidmar. Can she maneuver this position? Hand on a hold there. There she is. She tops out, and we're going to take you back across to A1, B1, and of course B2. With 5 seconds left to go, it looks like no top there. I am afraid for for Evie Jakola of Finland. We are going to be flipping from quad screen to full screen. We're probably going to start you off on that quad screen towards the start of the climbs because of course we have an entirely full wall now. We're well into the competition, well into the qualifications. We have taken on what you said in the chat, and of course when we can, as we move further into each stage, each 5-minute section of our climb, once some of the climbers are finished, we'll try and bring you a full screen and take you through the excitement as close as we can get you. My name's Daniel Finn. I am your commentator for two events. I saw you in Log Dragon Mare. Thank you so much for your support. I saw you again here in Vienna. I'll be with you tomorrow as well for the semis and the finals. In Innsbruck in just a little while. Our next one, 3 weeks I think. You will be joined by my colleague Johnny Bryan, who you saw in Chongqing. But I should be back with you this year. I'll miss you while I'm gone. But I'll be following in the chat. So on Japan on B1 now. Tori Yasuda. 3.5 minutes on the clock. Most of our climbers, that's all of our climbers, still on the ground. Oh no, one's off. Of Austria on A4. That's Katharina Posch. So we're still with Tori Yasuda here. You can see her on your top right hand side of your screen. Down again there though. Quite a few of our climbers still on the ground with just under 3 minutes left to go here. Over on B2. They've got a good effort coming here from Agata Majidraska of Poland. another change around here. For those of you that have just joined us in the chat, we're quite a way through our women's bouldering qualifications for World Cup number 3 in Vienna. So, from Japan, now on B1, you're looking at Kaori Yaguchi, and also over on A1, we have Olga Shchelik, I'll try that again, Shchelnikova, there we are. As I said, I'm trying to do my very best with the names. Quite far into our competition here now. Olga from Russia on A1 is our 21st climber out in Group A. And Kaori is also our 21st climber. There are only 26 in each of our two groups, so we are very far into the competition now. Of course, they do have to move along the wall, and they are only both on the first problems. And they've got 4 more to do after this one. And that still means, of course, 5 more athletes to start from each group. So I think just about an hour left to go here. There's 3 minutes 10 on our clock before we have another change around. It's turned into a lovely, cool evening here. It's not too cold. It's nice. It's chilled. It's not chilly. If you want to look at the current rankings at the moment, log on to ifsc-climbing.org, and there you can see where our current rankings stand. They are live updates. So Alex Puccio is in 15th position at the moment, with 3 tops from 4 attempts. We'd love to see her in the semis here. Cecile Abidou, 2 tops from 2. She finished quite a while ago. She's in 19th. Joint with Petra Klinger and Marine Sevenet of France, 22-year-old. And that is the cut-off point at the moment. Petra's on Group 2 with 3 tops from 4. So that's about the cut-off point that you're looking at the moment. Barbara Backer here on A2. And again, poor Barbara Backer, just a difficult dyno there on A2. We have seen that causing some problems for some of our climbers. With 1 minute 20 left on the clock, we're looking at another attempt now from Kaori Yaguchi. Here she goes on B1. Barbara Backer just running into problems again there on A2. She's still got a minute left to go. I've got the entire Metal Austrian team standing in front of me. Jakob Schubert's there, so's Kilian Verschuber, so's Lucas Enemotter. So also is Jan Heiko, who showed us very well earlier in the qualifications. They're all here. They're all egging on Barbara Backer. In fact, in a moment, I might go and have a chat to some of them. People are coming in to the chat, and just for a second, Barbara Backer's just made that dyno that she's been running into problems so far with on A2 now. Oh, she's just gone. The entire Austrian male team just made exactly the same noise at exactly the same time as she came off the wall then, and that was basically, because she'd done so well to get onto that dyno. Constant support here from the Austrians. Okay, of Russia on A2 at the moment. Dinara Bakridinova. I have to say, vamos, Eva from Spain. That's for Pando in the chat room. Hello to you. Still watching some of our climbers as well on A1 and on B1. Number 148, Anna Saigonova of Russia on B1. And also next to her teammate on A2, that's Dinara, doing a very similar move to what we saw Maya Vidmar doing earlier in a couple of places. Incredible flexibility there. Now can she make this double dyno jump? No, she can't. One hand on the volume there, just slipped off. So another attempt here now for Dinara of Russia, with just under 2 minutes left on the clock. If she can make this dyno, she could possibly pull herself onto the top. Okay, I'm going to take you over now. I'm going to surprise the Austrian team with our roaming camera. So I'm here with practically quite a few of the Austrian team. There's Heiko, Lucas, there's Killian and Anna as well. Guys, how are you finding it here on your home turf?
Amazing.
You see very high spirits here. What about some of the climbs? Anna, how was your climb, Joe?
It was alright. I didn't get the sequence on number 4, but the rest was good. So I hope I'll make it.
Yeah, looking forward to the semis?
Yeah, if I'm in for sure.
What about earlier when we saw at the very end of the men's qualification, what a surprise there at the end for Jan Heiko. What did you think of that? Were you expecting such a strong climb?
It was really cool that he had such a good run. I mean, he climbed exceptionally, and the slab, he was one of the 3 people who did it.
Do you think we're going to have a massive crowd here? Oh, sorry, Anna.
Sorry. Yeah, he did a really good job, and he's from Vienna as well, so he has his home crowd here, so that's amazing.
Ah, I see. That's why there was such a huge advantage. You're calling advantage. Do you think we're going to have an even bigger crowd over the next couple of days?
Oh, I definitely hope so.
Yeah, for the semi-finals.
Yeah, I think they expect like 2,000 people, or I hope they will turn up.
Fantastic. I think we're coming around that and more in the chat rooms as well. So there are a lot of people, lots of people worldwide. There's people from Chile earlier watching you guys.
Nigeria.
In the chat room, Nigeria as well.
Yeah,
Nigeria.
I hope the live coverage will be alright for the final, because I heard last week in Slovenia there was some trouble.
We did have
Don't say that.
sorry. Well, cut.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you very much for having a little bit of joy with us. We'll see you later on. Thank you. So back on 8-1 now. From Russia. Olga Iakovleva. And from the Czech Republic, Sylvie Rafova of the Czech Republic. We saw Sylvie in Love Dragomir at the quals there. Okay, from Russia now, topping out. Oh, she just nearly went there actually. On A1. There is a top out there for Russia's Olga Iakovleva. And just after her, Sylvie from the Czech Republic on V1. A top for her as well. It's nice to talk to the Austrian team, just. See them still here, still sharing their support. Okay, back with Finland as well now. I hope you are still with us in the chat room from Finland, over on V3. Just there. You're watching your very own Evie Jacola. Saw her run into a bit of difficulty on the first problem. Let's see how she gets on here with her third. I hope you guys are still with her. Offering your support, it does make all the difference. So close there on C3. So close for Evie. It looks like it is that crimping hold there towards the top of the wall. Here goes Evie again. She has 1 minute 15 left on the clock. Let's see her make an attempt here. So, Linda Gundova on A1 now. And just next to her from Germany, very strong team in Germany so far here. Julian Wurm doing very well. But we're here with another one of the German team on B1, that's Jana Muller. Jana Muller doing very well there on B1. Coming to the end of our climbers out now, and the wall will start becoming more empty from the right hand side. After Jana Muller, there are only 2 more climbers to come out of her group, and it will be the same, I assume, for the other group as well. There are 26 in each of the groups in the women's category here. Okay, still watching some of the climbers on the wall now to start to wind down here. And I'm just going to take you now over to where I am. On the floor here. Just watching the German athlete. Actually, Julian. How are you finding some of the German athletes here?
What?
How are you finding some of the other German athletes here? How have you found today yourself?
Was really good, yeah. I climbed quite good, I think. Made a lot of strides, but it was fun, yeah.
How did you find the problems here? Are they different to what we've seen so far on the circuit at all?
Yeah, I think it was different to Slovenia and China, but it was fun, yeah. It was a bit more dynamic, I think, and maybe a bit more technical, like the sled, for example. It was cool.
How did you find Jackie Godos presenting in Slovenia?
It was fun too. It was a different style to what we climbed here, but it's cool too, yeah. I like it.
And what about your other colleagues that we're looking at on the wall here just behind us?
Yeah, there's still Isabel Leiner climbing, another German on Boulder 5 now, and Jana Müller on Boulder 1.
Are you looking forward to the semis?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Brilliant, Julia. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you. Okay, so looking up on our qualification list so far, these are the current standings in Group A. Mina Markovic very top there with 4 tops in 6 attempts, 5 bonuses in 7. Shauna Coxey just below her, so it looks like we are going to see Shauna again in the semi-final. She's a very strong climber, as we've seen. So is Melissa Leneve, who's just below her. Take you on to the next one again as well. There's our 10th position, Katharina Hosch, with 3 tops in 11 attempts and 4 bonuses in 16 attempts. That is the one to beat at the moment if you want to see yourself in the semi-finals here in Vienna. Fri Apr just missing that with 2 tops in 2 and 2 bonuses in 2. So we're going to take you on to Group B now as well. Women's qualifiers Group B then. Look, Boulder at the very top. Really on form so far, considering she is relatively new. Yulian Word underneath her, Akio Noguchi in 3rd there. Alex Puccio in at 9th. That's fantastic to see there. But as I said, we haven't finished yet here. Let's see how that progresses. Vera Zilistra is the one to beat in Group B in 10th place with 3 tops from 4 attempts, 3 bonuses from 3 attempts. Petra Klingler just missing out there with 3 tops in 4 attempts, 3 bonuses in 4 attempts, so just on a bonus attempt, missing out on a place there. Very interesting indeed. You ask, I give it. Another interview that was requested.
Wait, who requested?
Was requested, yes.
Who requested this?
On the chat. I'm here with Angela Payne. Yes. How are you feeling?
I'm tired. That was a really hard round, but I feel psyched. I think I might still have a chance to get into the semis, so I'm holding out hope.
They were asking in the chat how you were finding the problems here.
My brain has a lot of trouble climbing these boulder crossings. I find that I try to power through everything too much, and I am working on thinking more about the movement and not so much about the power, but I've really struggled with it the past 2 tops, this one and the
What was it in this one that you found with what you're saying about working through the problems that are on the ground? We've noticed more and more that the athletes, as they come out, do take that step back.
Yeah, and I tried to do that more today than I did in Slovenia, and I at least had a couple different options, and I tried a couple different things, so that was an improvement for me, but I still really need to work on solving the boulder faster, and just knowing what to do, and finding the right body position really quickly.
So we're looking like we could possibly see you in the semi-finals here, so that's surely an exciting thing, right?
Yeah, I'd be really psyched. Slovenia, I didn't make semis, and I would just love a chance to be in semis. Yeah.
What about Alex Puccio as well? We saw her running into a few difficulties over in Lobjagamere over just a few days ago. How is she feeling? Obviously, you're quite close to her.
Yeah, we're buddies. I think that both of us are sweating a little bit, we're a little nervous about whether or not we're going to make it into semis, but she's feeling better than she did in Slovenia. I know she's well again, so that was good to hear. She seems psyched today, so happy.
Are you staying with us all the way through the European circuit until we come across to you guys in Vale? Are you going to be with us?
No, I'm going back on Sunday to the U.S., but I'll be in Vale. Kind of a hometown crowd, and that's always really fun because I know a lot of the people there. So.
What is climbing like over in America at the moment? How big is it over there?
It's growing like crazy, and especially like the youth climbers it's exploding in the youth categories, and there's still a good adult comp scene, and I've been doing a lot of the comps. They've been really fun, so I think Vale's going to be better than last year, and last year was amazing, so it'll be a really good show.
Angela Payne, thank you so much for joining us. Take care. Well, that was Angie Payne of the US, from America. And we're back over on the wall now with 10 seconds to go, and something is definitely going on over on A5. That looked like a top there. I think it was. And that was the Swiss climber, number 143, Tobias Schwab, topping out on A5. And here are our last 2 climbers. Over on B1 there. Over on B1 there, you have Maria David Sandbu of Norway. And next to her, Manon Chappé of France. Okay, on A2 now as well. Number 152. You are looking at Linda Gondova of Slovakia. About a few Slovakian climbers in the competition here. There's another one just a bit further on down the wall on A3 at the moment that you're looking at there. About to go through for the next turnaround in a second. Got about a minute and a half left on the clock there. It's a fantastic venue here. There's lots of huge boulders scattered around the main wall that we're looking at here. I'm over by one now that's actually being used as our official board, but they are huge, absolutely huge boulders. Of course, that's where the sport gets its name. I'm going to be having a bit of a roam around the grounds in a moment, trying to find as many people as I can to interview. I'm going to try and track down Melissa Leneve for you. Here's a boulder here. This is our official board. I flashed that the other day. What a test, straight up. I was really pleased with that. I'm going to keep moving around the compound now, see if I can find Melissa Leneve for you. So here we go. Here we go for a turnaround. I'm on the hunt for my interview. This is my side of the sport here. Climbers are here to climb, take medals. I'm here to hunt for climbers. So back over on the wall, another climber from Great Britain. Over on A2. No one on A1 and B1 now because we're on the end of our women's qualifications here. But Helen Haldenby from Great Britain there. And next to her on B2 of Austria, Stephanie Pitchler. Some great home support here for her. see how Helen gets on with A2. Has caused problems for us before. There's Sylvie, Czechoslovakia on B3, number 149, making her way around there. As I said, we're coming to the end of our time here in Vienna for the qualifications today. We saw the men's earlier. You can get online onto ifsc-climbing.org and that'll give you all of the results there. So just sticking with these climbers now, we are 3 minutes 20 seconds left on the clock. In a moment I'm going to be having a bit of a talk to Shauna Coxey, the Austrian topping out there on B2, and there's Evie of Finland on B5 with 3 minutes. Let's see whether she can get to the top there. So, I have with me at the moment, just spinning round a couple of times, I'm here with Shauna Coxey of Great Britain. Shauna, how is the climbing going for you so far?
Hey, I didn't feel very good, and I don't know, I seem to climb pretty good though, so I'm in second place right now, so that's like quite exciting. I don't know, the boulders felt really hard.
What was it about the boulders that you're finding hard this time?
They felt like you couldn't pull really hard, and all the holes were just really flat. So hot still, but no, I'm happy with how it goes.
We're still in second place, and considering when we saw you in Longjagermeer, it was I think 5 tops in 5 attempts, was it for the quals? Here, still in second place. How are you feeling going into the semis? It's looking like we're definitely going to see you in the semis now, and hopefully we might see you as well in the finals.
Well, I'd love to make finals, but I don't really feel like that's certain. I don't know. I don't feel as good as I did the last 2 comps, but maybe I'll feel a bit better tomorrow. I don't know, it's really late now, so you never usually climb this late in the competitions, and back to the early start should be good.
What about Innsbruck? We're going to be seeing you there?
Yeah, definitely. I'll do the rest of the season.
Every single competition?
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic. Liking that one.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Shauna. Thank you very much for talking to us. Take care. Give us a wave on the camera. There it is. Thank you very much, Shauna Coxey. Okay, I'm going to keep hunting for people here. See who else I can capture for their 5 minutes of torture. Just some difficulty over there on A5 for another one of the Austrian team here. Fantastic support for them. Okay, it looks like I have found my next victim. Okay, well I have managed to track down, just while we're wrapping up at the end of this one here over on B5, with Evie of Finland, she's just missed him. I have managed to track down Alex Puccio of the US. We were just talking to Angie about how everything's going here. Obviously, while we were over in Longjagermeer, we had a bit of difficulty, an amazing run through the qualies, and a bit of difficulty in the semis. Can you tell us what happened there?
I was a bit sick, but other than that, I think I'm better now. So I'm not climbing better now.
It's looking like at the moment you're going to be in the semis. I know you said you're very on edge.
I'm in like 9th or 10th, don't jinx me.
Say that again, sorry?
I'm in 9th or 10th, don't jinx me.
I'm not trying to at all. How have you found the boulders though?
I found them all right. I did 3 in ISL once, And then on the last boulder, I was matching the finish hold, and then I unexpectedly like slipped off, like held it for a few seconds and slipped off, and I would have had 4 and maybe been in the top 3 or 4th position. But yeah, now I'm in 9th attempt. So
Thomas is our head route setter here. Can you tell us whether there's a difference between Jackie Godosh's route setting when we were over in Slovenia and Thomas from Poland, Thomas Alexei of Poland's route setting here?
I think this suits me a little bit better, even though it was a little bit better than in qualifiers. I think this here is just a bit more powerful. It's good. I mean, the pool is really hot. I think it's amazing. I like slopers and pinches and, you know, really powerful things, but I think it's just really hot and that, you know, kind of sucks to climb on slopers in the heat, but I'm usually better at them than I am technique.
Well, Alex, I really hope we see you in the semis. All the best. Thank you very much for talking to us.
My fingers.
We are too. Well, here we are, just under 2 minutes on the clock. You can just see there the quad screen that we're showing you the last few climbers as it comes to the end of our women's qualifications here in Vienna. Thank you very much for joining us in the chat. It's been wonderful to have you here. I'm just taking a few moments to have a bit of a look around and see who we can grab. Well, here I am. I am with Heiko Wilhelm, who is the Austrian coach here. Heiko, how have you found the first day?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We had some surprises, especially in the main rounds.
Was that Jan you're talking about there?
Yeah, Jan, it was a positive surprise, so I was really happy about this. And the other surprise is that some really good athletes didn't pass through the semi-final, and yeah, it was nice to look to the qualification. In my opinion, the man qualification was not really selected. There were a few too hard problems, a few too easy problems, so yeah. But anyway, I think every athlete needs to do his best, and then he can pass through the next round. The women's final, the women's qualification still going on. It's one of our last girls, and yeah, I think the favorites, they go through to the semis, and I hope for a good and interesting competition tomorrow.
Heiko, I can see that you want to get back onto the wall with that camera, so I'm going to let you go there. Thank you very much for talking to us, mate. All the best at covering that. That was Heiko, who's the Austrian coach here. I'm just letting him go there because obviously we still have Austrian climbers on the wall. He's been walking around all day today with a huge camera, just taking shots constantly of the climbers from Austria so that of course he can reassess them when they go back into training in between the competitions. They have quite a bit of a break after Vienna until we're in Innsbruck with them. And on the wall still, currently on problem B3 with 3 minutes 40 left to go at the moment from Austria, we have Stephanie Pichler. And here she is, looking like she's about to make another attempt. And of course, Heiko will be taking photographs of her. Still with Helen Haldenby as well, of Great Britain on A3. Still with Sylvie of the Czech Republic on B4 as well. It's been a very relaxed atmosphere here, actually. Okay, so we're just winding down here at the end of a really fantastic day, and I am doing my job of hunting various people that I know that I want to talk to on the live chat, and one of those very important people I want to talk to is Simon, who was one of the route setters over in Log Dragomir in Slovenia but he is, even more importantly, he's a Slovenian coach. So, how have you found the Slovenian athletes here so far?
Hey, so far it's okay. It could be better with Clement, who is out of semis, but Kruger is in the semi-final, and Maya is currently in first place. So, and Mina is in first place. Maya is in semi-final as well. And yeah, it's okay.
It's looking like definitely two from the Williams from the Slovenian team that we're going to see in the semi-finals.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the competition is not finished yet, but so far it looks like this.
How do you think? Obviously, you were setting some of the problems at the last one that we were at. How has that changed here? What do you think of the bouldering problems that we're looking at here?
I mean, every route setter has his own style of route setting, and each wall is different. Here are different volumes, different codes. But I'm always really big critic about this. So I think the men's qualification round was really bad, but I like this one. Yeah.
So Maya's relatively new to bouldering. She usually specialises in the lead. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean she was on some competitions in Boulder before, on some really good. She was fourth on World Championship a few years ago. But yeah, she's better in lead and she's focused on lead. This is just the first part of the season. She's training bouldering as well, so that's more training for her than the real competition.
We haven't seen Katja here, have we? Is she okay? Is there a reason that she's absent?
Yeah, she's okay. She's in Magic Wood. Yeah, I mean, she really enjoyed climbing outside. She was training this year all the season only for log. She was focused for log. It wasn't perfect there, but she said actually she said in December that she don't want to compete. Only one competition at the beginning of the year, all the season, and all the season after the log. She would like to focus in the rock, bouldering outdoor.
So she's on rock at the moment?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Get a bit of time away, a bit of time for some fun and enjoyment in it, as well as not just the competitions, which they are of course enjoyable, but it's sometimes nice to just get back to basics and just go climbing for the fun of it, yes?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even here some of the athletes really like to climb outdoor, some not, but we're doing also outdoor training as much as possible.
Brilliant, Simon. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that was the Slovenian coach there. Absolutely wonderful man. You can actually see Shauna Coxey having that shoulder worked again. We saw some difficulties in the final with the shoulder there. She seems strong here though, strong-minded. Second in her group, so she's doing very well as well through the quals. She'll be with us for the semi-finals tomorrow. One of our younger helpers over there on B3, very keen to get on that wall with his brush. You can just see him on the right side of your screen now. We've got some music going on here as well. That's about time. I think we have a live DJ here for tomorrow. It should be fantastic. Obviously we had a live band in Loch Dragonmere. It does make a difference. Of course a DJ can still control the type of music and the speed of music that he's playing, but the live band at Loch Dragonmere was absolutely fantastic. As soon as anything exciting was going on the wall, the music went up as well with it. It just emphasises the atmosphere at the venue. As we are still in the qualification stage, it's relatively calm here at the moment. It's had a nice atmosphere all day. It's been generally laid back, interested in what's happening on the walls. Tomorrow, I'm sure it's going to be absolutely manic. When I'm trying to do my hunting down of the athletes, I have to really push my way through a crowd. I think this entire arena here in front of the bouldering wall is going to be full. Thank you very much for joining us in the chat room. It is fantastic to have so many different countries in the chat room coming here to watch what's happening over in Vienna. Tomorrow morning we'll be coming to you live. This is Central European time. We'll be live, I think, from just after 10ish. But we're kicking off with the first semi-final at 10:30 Central European time. Both men's and women's semi-finals together at 10:30 in the morning, in the AM. Tomorrow on Central European time. We do hope you can be with us for that. I understand there is that difficulty with the time difference. So as we're coming to the end of our climbers here, we're going to bring you up Group A as it currently stands. This is the first page. Mina Markovic, Shauna Coxey, Melissa Leneve, Olga Shalagina, Anna Storr, Anne-Laure Chevalier, Angela Payne, Olga Vivic, Sabine Bakker. There's our first 9. Joint third there from Melissa Leneve and Olga Shalagina. We'll take you on to the second page now. This is the all-important 10th pace. In just a few seconds. There it is, Katharina Posch of Austria. They'll be very pleased with that. She's a knockoff point by the looking here. 3 tops in 11 attempts, 4 bonuses in 15, 16 attempts. Let's have a quick look at me. Momoka Oda, top of her game here. 5 tops in 7 attempts, 5 bonuses in 5 attempts. Julianne Wern, Akio Noguchi, Melanie Sandos, Monica Recci, Rebecca Stotz, Maya Vidmar, we will see her in the final here, the semi-finals. Anna Galimova, Alex Puccio, still in 9th place. As we come to the end here, Vera Zelistra of the Netherlands is the one to beat if you want to see yourself in the semi-finals here. 3 tops in 4 attempts, 3 bonuses in 3 attempts. That's our cut-off point here. So, we don't expect much of a change there. As we are coming to the end of our climbs at the qualifications here. And here's Helen Haldenby on A4 for Great Britain. And next to her, Olga Yakovleva of Russia on A5. Three minutes 20 still left on the clock for these final few climbers. Sylvie Rakova of the Czech Republic, just on B5 at the moment. Just coming down there. After war, Helen Halpern is still taking, I think, on A4 now. Some fantastic climbing here over on B4. Big support here from the home crowd as well. And that is Stephanie Pixler of Austria. And she tops out as well on B4. The crowd are absolutely loving that. Home crowd here to support her. And Heiko, I can see with his big camera, taking pictures, clicking away. Helen Halsby, yes, to go on the wall here for A4 again, with 1 minute 40 left on the clock. There she goes, on A4.
Very important announcement again, all the coaches, we need all the coaches.
Well, I'm here with the Brits. Brits, how are we? Tired. The Brits are tired. This is me at the moment with Tom Newman, with Dave Barons, with Stuart Watson, and Jill Pete, watching Helen Haldenby. I'm doing well there, I'm getting through them. Of course, Diane Merrick is here with us as well. Brits, come closer, gather around the mic. How are we finding Helen Haldenby at the moment? This is Dave Barons here with you.
I think she's doing quite well so far. It's a bit tough problem, quite small holes there. Maybe she needs to give it up on that one now. Hopefully the last one.
How long's Helen been climbing?
That's a good question. I think she's been on the team 3 or 4 years. Steady improvement.
Yep. We still to see her climb one more time, right? We've got A5 to see from her as well. Tom, how have you found today?
It's been dejecting and unpleasant.
Are we going to see you in Innsbruck?
No, I haven't been selected for Innsbruck, but I'm sure we've got some strong Brits going along anyway, so I'll be watching from the other side of the screen.
So, I won't be there either, so both of us, we can both watch. We'll grab a coffee or something and we'll watch it. Yeah, we'll go and get that together. So you get back into training then?
Definitely. Definitely. I think it's been a bit of an eye-opener, this whole competition. Like, everyone is so good. I think we were looking at, me and Dave were looking at the people that didn't make semis today. And what was it?
16 people.
16 people who have made finals before didn't make semis today. It's untrue how competitive
the standard of competition. We were just talking to a few people over the past couple of days, some of the officials as well. We talked to Graham Alderson, the IFSC technical delegate here, and he was saying that the standard of competition has just flown up over the past few years. It's so difficult now to just get into to qualify for the semis, let alone for the finals. I'm going to talk to Jill Pete as well now. I'm going to go around here. Hiya, Jill.
Hello, how are you?
How are you feeling?
A little disappointed, but you win some, you lose some, don't you?
How was the wall here? Just take us through. I mean, we started off over here. Take us through how you found that first problem.
It was quite a powerful problem to start, to be honest, so I got a little pumped on it, but I suppose it got me into it. Got a few bonuses, but I'm just disappointed it didn't do one. Well, never mind.
Which was the one out of our entire wall in front of us? Obviously, the routes have been designed and set up by Thomas Alexei, who's the Polish route setter. Which was the one that really, really stumped you here? What's the one?
Probably Boulder number 3.
It seems to be everyone seems to have a problem there. I think it was once you're past that volume of the crimp hold there, there's a lot.
And just holding on to the volume, and being able to pull up to the bonus hold. I tried to be flexible, but it worked.
There was a lot of different attempts there. We saw Maya Vidmar practically going to splits halfway up that wall. So I think it's kind of becoming a token move. We saw her do the same thing in Logdragame. Are we going to see you in Innsbruck?
Maybe at the minute, possibly if I get selected. If not, it's going to be Munich.
Great, okay, at least we're going to be seeing you in Munich. That's fantastic. Jill, thank you so much for talking to us. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Kostet nur 5 Euro. Well, I'm here with Sean Cole, just checking himself on the big screen over there, making sure he looks all right. Sean Cole of Canada through to the semi-finals. That's going to be tomorrow. Sean, how are you feeling at the moment?
I feel pretty cold actually after watching the girls, but overall my performance I thought it was pretty good.
There's 4 tops in 5 attempts for you, and is it 5 bonuses in 7?
Yeah.
So are you happy with that score?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I kind of screwed up the 4th boulder a bit, but it was good.
Was that the one that was causing you the most problems here? Is that the one that was causing you the most problems?
Yeah, and I couldn't do the boulder number 3 either, so that was pretty hard.
Okay, sure. How is it climbing in the heat here?
It wasn't so bad. In the morning it was actually pretty quiet anyway, but it got hot at about 3 o'clock or something until 7, and that was when it was really bad.
Brilliant, Sean. Thank you very much for talking to us. All the best. Cheers. Here we are with A5 and B5, the last 2 climbers in this group. Helen Haldenby there on A5. Just 1 second. Won't be a moment, just going to go and have a word with the volunteer.
No, because it's wood.
So, here we are then, coming to the end now, just 3 minutes 10 left on our clock, with the last two climbers here. Helen Haldenby. And Stephanie Pitchler. Got two more to come out and attempt the final problems, A5 and B5. And that should be Norway's Maria Davis Sandbu and France's Manon Chapet. After these last 2 minutes 30 have ticked away, well, night has officially set in now here in Vienna. We have the floodlights on, which are tethered to the boulders around the arena here due to some of the wind that we've had recently. No wind today though. Blistering heat, up to 24 degrees Celsius. Not a cloud in the sky. And not a cloud in the sky now either. Completely clear. Here's Helen Haldenby with another attempt on A5. And also over on B5, Stephanie Pitchler getting cheered on by her home crowd. They want a top here. Oh, and she's just come down. 1 minute 10 left to go. Will she make another attempt? Both of them do with 40 seconds left on the clock. Very quickly, Stephanie is already halfway up that wall on B5. She's down again, just under 30 seconds. But it is our last problem here. She might as well go for it. And she is again with 18, 17 seconds left on the clock. With the home crowd there to support her. She's definitely not giving up. Oh, she has now 4 seconds left on the clock. I'd love to have seen her have another go at that then. So we're back with these are officially our final two climbers in the women's qualifications. And then I'll be having a little chat and we'll have a look through some of the results that we've seen today. So, over on B5 there's Norway's Maria Davis Sandbu, and over on A5 there, for her final 5 minutes, we have Manon Chapet of France. Just 4 minutes left now. And here we are with some of our local crowd. I think technically that is cheating. She might as well be walking on the ground. But this looks a little bit like our producer on his way out from the pub. Yep, definitely a lot like our producer on his way home from the pub. About that fast as well. So this is just what the crowd have to do here in our arena. I don't think she knows she's being filmed. So back over on the walls then. Over on B5. Back with Norway's Maria Davies Sandbu. Let's see how she does here, halfway up the wall. I'm going to have a little bit of a sit down just next to Melissa Leneve. You were just spotted in the chat room and somebody just went, "There's Melissa, go and have a chat to her." So I thought I'd run across and say hello. We're trying to find you. How have you found today?
Well, it's okay, fine, good.
Yeah?
It was good.
Now we saw you in the finals over in Longchamp, running into a little bit of difficulties there in the final with the bouldering problems that were set by Jackie Godoff.
No, but I was really tired from China, just going back like in, I don't know, 5 days, just really tired. And no more energy in the final, like, wow.
Was there a specific bouldering problem here that you found the hardest and most difficult?
Here or?
Yeah, here.
I don't know. I didn't make the 3 and the 4, but I was not so. Yeah, I was close.
We saw quite a lot of people running into it.
Yeah, but it's really tricky. Like it was not so difficult, but tricky. And in 5 minutes, you have to think in the right direction.
Now, you haven't had any problems, have you? This is just a routine little massage.
Yeah, it's like massage, relaxation.
Just to make you relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thank you very much for talking to us, Melissa. Wish you all the best at the semis. Thank you. Thank you.